All right, so we better start. Yeah, it's time. So everyone, welcome to Monday night session. For some people in Singapore, I believe, in Indonesia, still in the afternoon. Yeah. Every week we have some new students. This is already the third week. So, but that doesn't matter. You can just come anytime. I'll always refresh your memory and then go back to certain things, and then we'll meditate together. And mainly just to have fun and also have a good experience. Maybe we just, because I don't know where you are at, so maybe a brief introduction for people around. So maybe we just do it very briefly. Yeah, we do that every week. So I start myself. My name is Jimin Liao, and I've been meditating for about 30 years. And also I was an ex-monk. I study different traditions. So I'm quite familiar with all the different traditions of meditation. And I'm very happy to share all this experience and knowledge with everyone. And especially those people who have no idea what meditation is. It's great, it's really, really good. Yeah. I always say, like, I myself are not, a good meditator, but it's just like a game of golf. If you practice and you play for 30 years, and when someone new come in, you can kind of give some instructions, on the grip, on everything, because you just have put so much energy in it. So yeah, so it's my role like that, to really give you some guidance, and also, if curiosity and inspiration to pursue this further, it's a wonderful path. It's like this Alice in the Wonderland. So you just, wow, you open, you say, wow, just keep, yes, this journey that's really amazing. So so Zen, very briefly.
My name is Zen, and I'm a volunteer at the center. I'm also the treasurer. So I'm here to share and also learn from everybody. So very glad to be here.
My name is Loretta. I'm just a friend of Jenny, and coming here to see what it's all about.
Okay.
Mark from Bankstown.
Okay.
Just
you at uni here, or?
No, I'm just live close by.
Okay.
Just trying out there. Just found out 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. Okay.
We did the last Tuesday yoga.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I've done meditation on and off as well, like few years. Yeah. Somehow constantly fall off, but when I do it, I always feel really, really good.
Yeah.
And that's good.
Young.
Oh, so maybe. Okay.
My name is Amy.
Amy, hi.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Like all the Buddhist.
Oh, okay. That's good.
And still don't know where to start and how to practice. So
oh, welcome. So good that you're here.
Carlota. I'm just new to meditation.
Okay. Welcome again.
I'm Shanta. Sorry. I have done many types of meditation and many other things. I've done long for 30 years, past 30 years also. But today is honestly, I have to tell, past 30 years.
Yes,
I've also
yes.
been in it. And I never did start the basic level of meditation in Buddhist. Through up here I have, but not here. So this is my first class.
Oh, so good. And maybe for people online, if you can just introduce yourself, keep it short, because today we have quite a lot of people online actually. Huh? So who do we have here? Karuna? Or anyone who would like to introduce?
Yeah, maybe I will start. Siketan, my name.
Yeah. Hi.
tried meditation many times, but never been persistent enough to go through. So this time is the first time via video Zoom meeting.
Okay.
Very nice to meet you.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Great. Anyone else? I won't just, I won't go through.
How to
So,
unmute my
Unmute?
what do you call?
it's on the lower left corner of your Zoom. If you click unmute, you can do it. Can you see on the bottom left corner?
I think that person's already unmuted. That's why we can hear.
Oh,
Yeah.
you already.
Miss
Okay.
Chua, I think you're already unmuted.
Papa, how to get the voice? No voice.
Okay, you're already talking. We can hear you. Anyone else? Hey, Nikki. Well, welcome.
Yeah, that's good. She waved.
How are you? Anyone want to say something, or we can just start as well if you're comfortable.
This one person you.
Yes, please. Yes.
Oh, I came last week.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
There's so many new people.
Oh.
Just like a family tradition.
Oh,
Just-
okay.
Just get everyone relaxed. Yes.
My name is Hiba. Yeah, I'm just like really
Yes.
excited to get into meditation. Yeah.
Great. Welcome. We need this kind of energy. Curiosity is very important. Yes. So I want to start by, because for the last 2 weeks, I've been talking constantly, like not leaving room for people to really, ask questions. So this week, I'm going to maybe pull back and slow down a bit so we can, we can digest, and then also, I can listen to some of your questions, and then we can go from there. And, mainly, let's start with the aim, the why. I think that's very important. Why do you want to meditate? Or, because for the past 2 weeks, we've talked about the science proof of meditation is good for you, from the genome aspect, how it changes the gene expression, in your body, to, all these health benefits and this concentration, de-stress. We have talked about so many of those things already. And I just want to hear from you, like, why do you meditate? Why do you want to learn meditation? It's we can just have maybe one.
Just to handle my mind better and then not to get overwhelmed that easily.
Okay.
I've definitely felt the benefits before.
Yes.
Somehow I always like fall off.
Yes.
It's hard.
That's a good point, because we are always constantly, bombarded with our emotions and everything, something can just trigger this, like a bomb, So yeah, to be able to actually handle your emotion is one aspect. It's very important for meditation. Yes. So we are going to just start with, every week we start with this, because I've been telling people, like, meditation is like going to the gym, right? And then, it's the gym for the mind, basically. And when you physically go to the gym, you don't just go on the treadmill and then run 100%, right? You don't just lift heavy weights, right? You do some kind of stretching and warm up. Okay, that's when you go to the gym. That's what you do before you exercise. So in meditation, also there's a warm-up process or a stretching process. And that stretching process, is called a metta meditation. Okay, metta is a Pali word. Basically, it means loving kindness. And what that does is get your mind ready, like it makes your mind kind of softens a bit, and you become more quiet, more aware. So you put yourself in a good position to do the meditation. Because different from a lot of people thought, a lot of people thought meditation is just about relaxing, just totally relax, and then they just go to sleep, Actually, it's not like that. You need some kind of awakefulness, because meditation is about knowing yourself, truly knowing yourself, and then you need to stay sharp. In order to stay awake and sharp, sorry, you need to make your mind malleable, just like a metal, malleable. So let's start with this metta meditation. And for the past 2 weeks, I've been guiding people on this metta meditation just through my voice. And I just want to tell you this week that when you do it at home, practically, because we can't always meditate together, so you do some at home, right? So at home, you can actually do this with some music or anything that makes you feel comfortable, sitting in front of the fire, or even just play some background music. And then while you do this, it's good. So we're going to try today with metta meditation with background music, which we haven't done for the past 2 weeks, but yeah. And then, so with this metta meditation, let's just relax, and then you can choose to close or open your eyes, and then just simply follow the instruction. I'll just guide you through it. Okay.
So that's pretty much how you start your meditation.
Sorry?
That's how you start your meditation usually as well.
Yes. So this metta meditation, it's called loving kindness meditation. It's actually prescribed by the Buddha 2,500 years ago to a lot of his monks. That is a very important meditation to start kind of your day, this. It tunes you into the right direction, basically. Yeah. So the analogy is like a stretching. Yeah. So
What does metta mean?
metta means loving kindness or loving friendliness. So when they talk about loving kindness, metta, it's about, nowadays we talk about love, but very vaguely. It's too broad also. So this love, wishing others well, this well wish, you don't want to see people suffer, right? So it's well wish. We all have, as everyone, we want to see people happy, especially ourselves. So with this metta meditation, we do it to ourselves first. We wish ourselves, our body, happy, free from all kinds of stress. And then once we are like, enjoying all this bliss, then we can spread this loving kindness to all our family members or people who are important to us. So metta in Pali means loving kindness, or you can say loving friendliness. It's like, because this equal status, everyone's are equal. So this loving friendliness. So okay, let's do this, and we will keep it short so we can go to the other sessions. So just start, relax your mind, and also have this intention to wish yourself well and happy, free from all kinds of sufferings, all kinds of mental sufferings and physical sufferings. May I be well. May I be happy. May I be free from all kinds of expectations, bondage, all kinds of burdens that's given to us either by ourselves or our friends. May I be free from all kinds of ideas or references, all kinds of hang-ups that we have. May we be free and happy. May all our cells in the body be well and happy. May they be free from all tension, all kind of tensions. May they be well and happy. May I be well and happy. Just keep telling yourself, may I be well, may I be happy. Free from all stress, all kinds of inhibitions and references. May I be well, may I be happy. Now also spread this loving kindness flowing now through your body, overfills all your body cells. This blissful happiness and well-wish to all those who are the closest and dearest to us, our parents, our partners, our friends, our children. May they be well and happy. May they be free from all kinds of stress, anxiety, all kinds of physical sufferings or mental sufferings that they might have. May they be free. May they be happy. May all our friends be well and happy. Let's even spread to those who are unknown to us, those who we have never met on the street, people on the street, your neighbors, people in this campus that you have not met. May they too be well and happy, be free from all kinds of sufferings, from all mental and physical sufferings that they might have. May they be well and happy. And to those who has aversion towards us, or those people who we don't really like, may they be politicians that we don't like, or certain celebrities, whatever. May they be well and happy as well. May they be free from all kinds of sufferings, all kinds of mental sufferings and physical sufferings. And let's spread this loving kindness to encompass the whole Sydney region, extending beyond this Sydney region to cover the whole Australia. May everyone, seen or unseen to us, known or unknown to us, may they be well, may they be happy, free from all sufferings, all mental sufferings and physical sufferings. And to cover the whole earth and beyond, to as far as your mind can reach, to the edge of the galaxy. May all beings be well and happy, be free from all sufferings. May all beings be well and happy. with all these good energies that you have just generated, wishing others well. All these good energies will now come back on the edge of the universe, back to this earth, then coming back to Australia or wherever you are locating, and back to this campus, into this room, into your heart. And just have a smile in your heart, receiving all these good energies. May I be well. May I be happy. May I be well. May I be happy. May I be well. May I be happy. Now all these energies in you dissolve into you. You can now slowly open your eyes. So that's a very brief introduction of the metta meditation. It's actually, we're doing a very short, actually. In the monasteries, I used to go in Burma and all this, we can do this for an hour or two. And then it's completely bliss out because at the end, you just merge with a lot of love. And then it really sets your day right. And when you can keep this metta in you, wherever you go, whatever you see, somehow people will start to respond also, they kind of like you in a way, It makes your things also very smooth, because you have changed the perspective. Okay, so this is the metta meditation that I recommend you do every session that you do at home. It can be short, it can be long, doesn't matter. You yourself decide how long you want. So don't set a time, like a time, a clock to do, but just do it. And then when you finish, you know yourself. Okay, so after the meditation, I'm going to talk about, the main meditation bit, okay? And there are so many techniques in meditation. It's just too many. There's 84,000 methods and all this, but you have to know why you're meditating. Okay. So, for people who have come last week, have you done some of the homework that I recommended? Can someone share?
The cracks.
Yes, the cracks. Did you find the cracks?
Yeah.
Tell us. Was it like very ordinary? Or how did you?
No, I'm just
You
saying.
you search
I'd rather
for it?
like I like old buildings,
Mm.
and you can see the character, and then along with it comes the cracks.
Okay, really good. Any beautiful cracks?
Oh no, I think it just adds to the character.
Yes. So one of the homework that I asked the students to do is to find 10 cracks. 10 cracks, It's like, because we are just so numb now, The problem with us is that we are just so numb to all this. So we are all constantly in our mind, thinking of all kinds of ideas and thoughts in our future. Our mind always goes to the future or go to the past, regretting certain things, We never live in the moment, right? And then we never notice details, which we're like young children, they notice details. So I was asking one of the student here, like, do you know how the wall in your house feels, the texture of the wall, what it feels like? I say, oh, no idea. We've living in the house for so long, but it's the texture. I never knew what that texture, or the table that you use for months or years. What does it feel like? You can't describe it. But that's the most basic stuff that kids do. You know, as a baby, as a toddler, they learn everything through touching, you know, and a feeling. You know, they put everything in the mouth and everything. The world to them is so fresh, so fresh. And we need this kind of freshness in our life, you know. We need to be out of this box in a way, because we are kind of constantly turning into this box. So we need to get out. So that's why finding 10 cracks, you know, just noticing 10 cracks. You don't even need to really search for it. Just, wow, there's a crack here. Wow. Yeah, I never noticed before, you know. It's quite good. You should try it. And also like that brushing exercise. When you brush your teeth in the morning. No. Did you try that?
No, with the cracks, because I started to,
Mm.
I came on a certain stage where I was trying to figure out the cracks, and I started laughing.
Ah, okay.
I didn't have to see anything, but I went into childhood, like, you know, all those things.
That's good. That's good. That's amazing.
I
Yeah.
thought, oh wow, I
That's
never
why I
thought
want
of
to
it.
hear.
It all came up from there. I was laughing.
Yes. This
all the
joy
time.
and love.
Yeah.
This you know, kids, they laugh at very simple stuff.
Yeah.
And we lost that ability long ago. You know, we become so numb. It's like it's crazy. So this brushing exercise that I ask students to do in the morning, like when you brush your teeth, right? Don't listen to stuff or think about your schedules, nothing. Just really no conversation. Just, you know, brushing your teeth, be with yourself and feel the brush. Don't think, don't analyze. Just, you know, when a brush touch your gum, it's supposed to be ticklish because the gum has so much nerve actually. You know, from a baby, we use our gum all the time. You know? So like when you brush, that ticklishness is very, if you lose that, it's just, oh my God, you know. So this brushing, still recommend every student to do in the morning, this brushing exercise. Okay. Okay, so we need to talk a bit about, oh, sorry, this time I remember. So people online who have come for the previous 2 weeks, do you want to share some of your experience? Have you done any of the homework, like cracks and stuff? Any to say something?
I did all of it, but especially I was really surprised because I thought it might be like 2 or 3 or 4 times later that I'd feel my gums tingling, but only the first time when I just stopped and I just sort of meditated on the brushing the teeth, I was like started laughing. I'm like, oh, it's so ticklish and sensitive. You don't realize.
It is, yes, yes. That's why, you know, not just brushing. You know, I want you guys to find out which part of your body is the most sensitive, most ticklish. I bet most of people, they don't even know, like, where they are sensitive, where they still have this sensitivity, you know? You know, is it in your ears, you know? You know, the Chinese, they like to wax you know, they have this ball feather, and they just go into your ear, and then they just do it. Like, whoa, so ticklish, you know?
Very ticklish.
Yeah, have you tried?
I tried.
Yeah, you should try. You haven't. It's like, you know.
What is it, just to feel the sensation?
Yeah. They're very different to your body.
No. I mean, they also, you know, in China, they also clean your ear at the same time.
Right.
But most people go there not for the cleaning.
Yeah.
They just want to feel the ticklishness.
Okay.
There's even like
It's very soothing, but I tried it. It's very soothing. I don't know, for me, my ear too clean, but it was soothing.
You know, because why I'm saying all this, because this is so important. If you are not ticklish anymore, if you lose all these feelings and sensitivity, it's very hard to meditate. Very hard. And meditation is about getting all these feelings back also, you know, so we become more alive, more sharp. There's even like this, you know, in China, there's this eye cleaning. You know, they use this needle, kind of, but it's, you know, and then they do it to your eyes, and then they just turn it in your, you know, different corner of the eye, the middle of the eye. So ticklish. And then they do your eyelashes. Oh, Yeah, underneath.
I never tried it or seen it.
Okay. Anyone else want to share something online? Okay.
I want to share something.
Okay.
I
Yes.
think last week, I'm not sure, I have like a pretty bad memory, but I think you were talking about like how we just should take like a couple minutes of the day to just try to like just meditate.
Yes, yes, yes,
And
yes.
it was kind of weird because it's like the first day when I tried it, it was really good because I had your voice in my head.
Okay.
And I was like, yeah, I'm good, right? And then slowly, the voice started leaving, and it was just no voice, no music. And then I started spiraling really bad.
Yes,
So
yes.
I find meditation still really, really hard because my mind spirals way too much.
Mm.
But I've been trying this really good thing that you were talking about. It's like how your brain literally can change what you see.
Mm.
And I started to realize that like because there are days where like I don't even leave my room,
Mm.
and for like such silly things because my brain sees it as such a big thing.
Yes, yes.
And I don't know, it's like I have hope because I'm like, if your brain can literally change what you see, then there is hope. It doesn't have to be through just medication or all this stuff. So it's like I don't know. I hope with practice I can get better at it, but it's been really rough. It's not as easy as like
Totally. That's why we're doing here to support each other as a group. It's so good that you actually, have time and actually see how turbulent your mind is. And it's so important. One of the homework that we do is 4 times of the whole week, 2 minutes each time, meditation for 2 minutes. Because we are in this loop with our life. It's like, this mouse running on a circle. We have schedules after schedules, or whenever we have a break, we look for some, distractions, TV, Netflix. We try to fill in all the space. So we never leave any space for meditation ourselves, or we never really disengage from this thing that we're busy all the time, our mind. So this disengagement, like what you did, just 2 minutes, looking, just don't do anything and look at your own mind. That is, you can notice so much, and you can learn so much about yourself. And the thing what you say is so right. Don't be afraid, because at the end of the day, everything is your creation in a way. So once you see it, you can really have this joy and you laugh at it. Wow.
Yeah.
Remember that nightmare I used to say?
I thought it was.
The nightmare used to scare you so much. But once you realize, hey, hang on, I'm dreaming and I have created this nightmare. The moment you have this kind of realization, the monster become very cute. It's sharp teeth. Wow, I have such a good imagination. I can really, I should be a creator. You have a different perspective. So this meditation, I want to say something about it. It's like it's a path like this onion. This. Have you watched Kung Fu Panda? I think the Sifu, he says, no, it's like an onion where you thought that's you, right? That's you. I identify yourself with this. But then you realize, hey, that's just a skin. So you peel away that, hey, this is just a skin. So you peel away. Then you thought, oh, that must be me, the inner one. Then you keep peeling small layers. And then you can let go more of your burdens. Oh, okay, maybe that's not so important. You can let it go more. So it's about a path of discovery, inner journey. And then it's also about a path of what I call deconstruction and elimination. Basically what you used to value so much, used to bother you so much, but now you have all of a sudden you have a space for it. You can, oh, hang on, okay, no, I'm okay. Yeah. Then you realize you have improved. So, to really relax, meditation, it's not about like, a lot of people might think it's about like going to the spa or, 5-star hotel and they just relax. No, real relaxation comes from some kind of insight and also some kind of liberation because, what's causing anxiety in most of us is like you kind of know that it's not true, but you don't want to really look at it and kind of, just really see the service value. And it's really hard if you cover it, because somehow there's this anxiety. If you think this, for example, that's what we're going to talk about today. Let's start. The Buddha prescribed a lot of paths, but the most fundamental one is the body. The idea of this body that we all have. Okay, and this body is so interesting because it can give us a lot of pleasure and also a lot of pain. And then we identify ourselves with this body so much, And so it's very interesting to really look at the body. And then there's this, let me see. There's this meditation on the body that as a monk we used to do. It's called it might sound a bit morbid, but it's really, really good. It's called the meditation on death, or the death of the body. So basically, kind of, it's very interesting in those Thai temples or Burmese temples. They actually hang out skeletons in their main shrine. And you go like, hey, come on. I don't want to see skeletons. It's like kind of creepy, But to think about it, Buddhists have this idea that whatever is covering up, it's not so good. We want to see the real stuff, the truth, seeking the deeper meaning. So to them, a skeleton is more real than all these coverings that we have, the skin, the flesh, everything, that we thought, remember, like, it's this saying, beauty is only skin deep or something, very superficial stuff. So the problem is that once we think that this body is, it's really me and everything, and then we start to cling onto it. But the thing is, it changes all the time. We can't cling onto the body. As a scientific fact that, let me check. I don't want to give you wrong. So we have about 30 trillion cells in our body, 30 trillion cells. And every day, there's about 330 billion of these cells are being replaced. They just die, and then you replace 330 billion new cells every day. That's like 1% of your so-called body. It's changing all the time. The cells dying, the cells being reborn, reproduced. So you today and the you yesterday is different you, because it's like 1% already changed. And then if you go like 7 years, all your cells in the body has completely changed to another person. Which one is you? Like, which one is, do you cling to the old one or the new one, or what? So you just don't see this change all the time, happening all the time. So also back to my mind tends to like wander off, so sometimes it will come back. So back to the monastery that we have skeletons. We used to do this meditation where, you imagine yourself, your body, once you die one day. And there are stages of what happened after a person passes away is like their bodies start to change. And what happens is like they start to have this, have any of you seen a dead person alive? Dead person before? No? Yeah, okay. So what happens when you die, your blood stop circulating, and you become tense, and then you have these bruises start appearing, blue spots and all this, and then tense, blue spot, and you lose your body heat, and then after a few days you start to decay. All these bacteria in your body are feasting on themselves, and then the body start to swollen, bloated. Once I was in India, in this river, Ganges, Varanasi, Ganges, the most holy river in India. It's like that. And then they do a lot of cremations. And also for those people who can't afford it, or those criminals, they just throw their body in the water. And then you can see live corpse, but they've been immersed in water for days. So they become a balloon. And then they'll come and hit your boat. Boom. And you look at them, wow, you can't even recognize this is a body. It's like this huge balloon. And then you just pop one day because our skin are elastic, right? And then once you get too big, it just pops. So what happens is this death meditation, they go into very detailed, your flesh, your bone, how you decompose, and then you have your bones left. And then once the bones, and then you have this, the bones still have flesh and blood, and then later you'll all become decomposed. Then you have this pure white bone. That's still hold together by the ligament because they are hard to decompose. And then after that, the ligament gone, then the bones start to shatter. And then after a few years, they piled up, and then they decompose, and then decompose, and they turn into dust, and then reabsorbed on Earth. So the whole cycle, you can meditate on the whole cycle. It's actually quite profound when you really meditate on that. And then you start to, oh, okay, yeah, it's interesting. So I don't really have time to go into all the details, but I want to introduce you as many different aspects of meditation as possible. So I was talking about the body, okay? So naturally you feel like, this body is my body, right? You have this, I can control it, right? I can walk, I can move around, I can eat what I want. It must be mine, right? You have that kind of assumption, don't you? It's just common sense, no? Yeah. Actually, just like a lot of the truth out there is it's like the earth we know is round, but we don't. It's like we don't see it as round because we thought it's flat because we don't really see the curvature, right? Unless you are very high, you can see the curvature. We can't feel it as round. And then also, when you see the sunrise, and then you never thought it's the earth that's spinning around the sun. You always think it's the sun that spins us because we always put ourselves in the center of the universe. Just the same with the body. Let me give you a statistic because I do bioprocess engineering before. So I'm kind of study quite a lot of the biology stuff. So for human body, every cell that we have, remember I talked about the 3 trillion cells we have? Every cell that we have in our body, we have 10 times, we host 10 times the microorganism in it, the bacteria, basically. We have much more bacterial cells than our cells. So let me give, sorry, I didn't prepare the PPT, so I'm just going to read it. So research from 80 institutes, okay, they published this paper and found that in our body, we have more than 10,000 different species living in symbiotic relationship with us. The bacteria and all this, 10,000 species. And this they call the microbiome, actually provide more genes that contribute to human survival than the human genome itself. So we need them to survive, actually. Without them, we'll die straight away, So you must have this kind of experience. Sometimes when you take antibiotics, and that kills, the bad germs and the good germs as well. And then sometimes you have diarrhea because you kill all this, the healthy bacteria in your guts. You change that, and then it's like a double-bladed sword, and you feel sick. When you take antibiotics, you yourself feel sick, right? So what I'm saying is this microbe, they're actually very important, for human survival and human genome. So human needs this bacteria more than their genes. And one of the important things that microbacteria do for us in our body is to help with digestion. Okay, without them we can't digest anything. They store energies and they do all kind of stuff. And in the lab, they study, those obese mice, and then there's the skinny mice, and they took the gut bacteria from the obese one and then put it in the skinny ones, and then the skinny one become fat. So your body weight actually controlled by your bacteria, your guts. Some people they just eat so little, but they still gain a lot of weight. Some people they eat a lot, they never gain any weight, and they never exercise. And we have this myth: let's go and burn our calories. No, the bacteria they are responsible for our digestion. They convert energy, and the efficiency and all this is so important. And also this bacteria, you'll be amazed. The studies about this bacteria in our guts is like they have significant influence over our emotions, our choices, our mental health, our decision making. They call this pathway, the neural pathway, the gut-brain axis pathway. It's a direct link. So what happens is this bacteria, they can produce a range of neuroactive chemicals like serotonin, dopamine. So dopamine is for your happiness. You feel joyful. It's because of the dopamine. All different assets that's crucial for the mood regulation. So they affect your emotion and behavior. And this pathway is called a vagus nerve signaling. Okay. And they affect the brain's function and our psychological states through this. And they also affect the way you choose your food. They affect your craving. For example, you crave for cake, you crave for pizza tonight. You thought it's your decision, your own will, self-will. No, your bacteria actually, hey, we feel like pizza. So what happens is like this bacteria outnumber ourselves 10-1. So we actually we only 10%. Our genes are only 10%. So to think of that, we are in this symbiotic relationship. The truth is always much, much more vibrant, much more rich than we presumed, And we assume, body is me. This is because of this approximation, this vagueness that we can't see. So talking about all this is to just, the reason I'm talking about this is because we're going to do meditation on the body. And then this is one of the very fundamental meditation, because we have to use our body all the time. And our body increases, when we feel nervous, our rate speeds up, and then, this body kind of, important. We need to kind of notice more. Okay. So there are many ways to meditate on the body, actually. The Buddha has prescribed the 32 parts of the body, like you do scanning and you see all the body parts and how you relax. And also the breath meditation. Notice your breath. Because we are breathing all the time, but we are just not noticing it. We're not noticing it. We just like, so numb, we don't notice breath. Like for now, even now, do you notice the pressure on your bum with the seat that you are? It's all the time, or the back, the pressure on your back there, pushing, lifting your torso. Yes, we are not. So one way to regain this sensitivity is to start with the body, that we can regain this sensitivity. And this is a common term, like regaining our sensitivity. But the technique term in the Theravadan teaching is called vipassana. Vipassana, insight, seeing clearly. So they want to see you. Wow. So what I want you to do now for this meditation is to really just feel your body. Be with your body. You can sit relaxed or upright, doesn't matter, whatever. We're going to do that for 2 minutes. And just notice any sensation in your body, okay? Because a lot of time we have some tensions, in our neck, but we're not noticing it. So what I want you to do is for this 2 minutes, whatever thought you have in your mind, doesn't matter. Just observe, just look at your body, feel the feeling of the body, where is feeling tense. You can choose any spot, doesn't matter. Or you can just do it randomly. But just be with your body and just relaxed and just appreciate this body that has worked so hard for us for so long, That's temporary borrowed to us. Okay, let's do this for 2 minutes. So how was that? Can I have any feedback? Did you able to notice certain spots that you wasn't noticing before? Or yeah, the seat? Oh, very good. Very good. And how about anyone online? They like to share something? How did that feel? Or
I didn't realize how uncomfortable my chair is, and now I think I'm gonna buy a different chair.
that's good.
I'm
That's
in a lot of pain.
yeah. Okay, it's good. How are you treating your body? Anyone feel like certain soreness or tension in anywhere, like they never notice? Oh, that's so tense, certain place, Even they don't even know. Yeah.
Like I noticed how weak my abs are. It's really hard to hold myself up. Like I'm so tense everywhere.
Yes.
So yeah.
That's a really good point. Like the Zen traditions in Japan, they really focus on posture. If you go to any Japanese temples and meditate, they want you to have the right posture. And then there's always this analogy of, pulling your spine up and then just like hanging there. So you're like supported just by this string, imaginary string. Everywhere else is so relaxed except your spine are erect. Like it's so useful. It really like our postures are related to our thoughts and our emotions and everything and our awareness. That's why in a Japanese tradition, they really focus on postures. But I want to talk a bit about, if you have done with me the previous 2 sessions, you know that we have been doing the meditation of just relaxing, just be aware and relax. I want to talk a little bit about this relaxing, because relaxing in this sense is different from, just listen to music or just the common knowledge about relaxing. Relaxing, you can never truly relax unless you kind of see the truth. If something has been lying to you and you have been bothering about it for so long, you can't relax. You can just get distracted, run away from your problems, get distracted, and you call that relaxing. But that's not relaxing. It's like really see this thing that's bothering you, and then once you flip over, you can, okay, so it's just a illusory or something. You just been lied. When you see underneath it, you see the deeper aspect of the problem. Immediately you become relaxed. Just like that snake in the room, in the dark room. Remember that's a Buddhist analogy of you feel like there's a snake in the dark room that you are with. And then you're so panicking, you don't know how to fight the snake. And then when the wind blows, it's actually just a rope, But because it's so dark, you mistake it for a snake. And then once the lights turn on, you saw, it's just a rope. And then the wind blows and it's like, and then I've been like scared by this for so long. And immediately that realization relaxes you from the fear of snake, right? And this is kind of the relaxation I'm talking about when we meditate with Vipassana, seeing different, remember the onion analogy? When you go deeper and deeper and deeper, you let go of the surface and you become more and more relaxed, more and more happy, more and more relaxed. So just before we finish, I want to talk just a little bit of this death meditation, because it's so important in the Buddhist and Theravada. Why do we do it? Because most people in society, they are so afraid to talk about death. They always say, you're going to live forever, even though they know that's a lie. That's the biggest lie. You're not going to live forever, for sure. You're going to die. But no one's going to tell you in the face that, hey, you might die tonight. Just, hey, how can you say that? So we try to avoid this problem, but the Buddhists have a different take. If you tackle on a problem, you see it, you go beyond it, you're released from this fear of death. And the release from the fear of death is so amazing, so wonderful, because we have been carrying this fake fear for so long. We're not looking at it, and we just trying to ignore it. Our culture tells us to ignore it, our society tells us to ignore. But one day you have to face it. So when you meditate, on the death and everything, you see this death is really a joke, and it's not you, and you don't need to be afraid of it. And that's what meditation, when you see the truth, is about. So, I just want to touch on this because we're still on the body, but later we'll move on to feeling, perception, and the mind. I just want to touch on this so you have an idea before you come next week. That a lot of the near-death experience studies clinically, I'm talking about this non-religious clinical studies worldwide. We have so much database now, with hospitalization, all this. So what I mean by near-death experience is those people who have pronounced physically dead, by medical standard. Their heart has stopped, their brain has the brain wave stopped, everything stopped. So they pronounce dead. Now they can be gone for 5, 10 minutes, half an hour. And then once they get resuscitation and they came back to life, and then they will describe the period of time where they shouldn't have anything, because our knowledge is that if your brain stops, your heart stops, you should not experience anything. But these people have vivid experience of what happened after the heart and the brain wave stops. And they write a detailed recollection. And all this data was gathered, and like all through all cultures, all kinds of cultures, all kinds of religious background, people are describing similar event, similar experience. Once they have no control of their body, shut down, everything. What they all say is they then will be confronted with a bright light. They'll see a really, really bright light. And they will feel great love. Like this incredible love that they experience. It's beyond anything you have experienced. It's kind of unimaginable, unconditional love. So they will always say about this great light and then great love, regardless of their religious background. Or, if they're atheists, they don't know what happened. If they believe in God, they will say, oh, that's God. I have experienced God. But what I won't go into too detail, but what happens, that's what's so good about Buddhism. The Buddha talked about this 2,500 years ago. And you can experience it even now. The Buddha say what you're experiencing is remember that onion? Once all that peeling is gone, that superficial stuff is gone. You peel away your body, you peel away this very gross conceptual thoughts that you have and everything. When you go into this inner core of the onion, when your inner core starts to show up, it's your own mind. That inner core will manifest when it doesn't have these filters. Now we have so many filters. We have filters of the body, the eyes, the ears. We have filter of our brain. We have so many filters. Once all these filters die off, what's truly there will reveal itself, right? Naturally. So during death, that's what happens. The in essence comes. So it's wonderful. And don't wait until you die to experience this. You can do it right now. You can experience this bliss. It's with us all the time, this clarity, this inner awareness. I won't go into too much detail, but we'll start slowly exploring this aspect of the mind, okay, as we go into this exploration, okay. Yeah, so for this week's homework, if you do, I want you to continue on that brushing, okay? The crack is okay, you don't need to see the cracks anymore. I think you already noticed. But this week, really, I want you to really feel more with your hand, texture, hand. There are different nerve systems, because we are constantly using the certain loop in our mind, the mental loop. We are trained to analyze, differentiate things. We read books, we analyze with our logic, we judge. This is one of the neural pathways that we keep using, and we ignore all the other pathways, And sense, touching is very direct, It doesn't lie too much, because how you feel is how you feel right now on the table. Sorry. Yeah. And then also smell. Smell is also very direct. The smell nerve, it goes directly to your brain. It requires less filter. So smell is so integral in us. It's linked to memories and everything. So, if someone fainted, for example, in China, or, there's this tradition, we let them smell herbs, certain herbs. And when you smell it, it wakes you up immediately. Because it runs on a different pathway. So what I want you to do this week is to use these other things that you're born with, but you just don't exercise enough. Start trying to smell things. I think I bought something today. Maybe let me check. Yeah, this from Thailand, but you can get it here. It's this just a bottle just for you to smell things. It's very cheap. They sell everywhere on the street in Thailand. And then just would you like to smell it? Yeah, just open it and smell and pass on. It's the effect is immediate. It's like you, wow, okay.
I said repeat. Put it closer.
Mm. Yes. It wakes you up immediately.
Got that bit like a lipstick shade.
Little bit like
Yes.
yes. But if you have that at home, you can use it also. And you know, like why does animals, usually their smell is much better than us. And why do they have like we call it a sixth sense? Somehow they can sense earthquake or people coming or emotions. All this. How is it possible? In the Buddhist sutra, it says very clear, like smell is actually, Buddhist terms, the sixth realm. Smell is consistent within the sixth realm. You can go to that means smell. So animals, when they are very smart of smell, they can kind of predict certain things. They can sense the change in the smell of the atmosphere, everything. So if a person who is like kind and everything, the dog from a long way, they know, they can smell you. They have all this information. That doesn't require analysis. For us, we lost this ability because we can't really use this smell. Like, I smell you, I know you. Like, I know you're a good person, I know you're better. But dogs, they do, like, they just smell. They know your intentions.
You're afraid.
You are afraid or you are angry or your mental state, everything. They know straight away without logic. We're able to do that also. So let's try to use our senses. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
So many things to digest today. We'll have to watch it later.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jimmy.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jimmy.
I hope
See
you
you
like.
again.
Yeah. Maybe too much info. I try to pack too much info.
No, we'll need to watch this again to listen to this again for sure.
Yeah. I think the two previous recording will also be posted, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a lot of info, and I really like if for those people who have like missed the two previous sessions, maybe they listen and just browse through. Maybe it helps about next session. Yeah.
It's up in the Meta website, right?
Not yet. There's some
Hey.
link that needs to be but it will eventually.
Have a good day.
But if you put your
Thank you, and see you next week.
Yeah.
See you, Jimmy, next week.
you can sign up to our newsletter and
Full session, by the way.
when it gets uploaded,
Okay.
it's a bit of a queue because we've got a lot of videos. There's a lot of content. Happening, so
And also the Abraham that we can.
Oh yeah, did you guys?
Yeah.
Oh right, yeah. That's
He's also very